Everybody, welcome to Division 4 Live. Tonight, I want to take a look at leadership versus management. You know, when I was hiring manager at a company, one of my jobs, and I'd always ask the applicants, do you think leadership and management are different? Just to see what their response was. It really didn't apply to their job. And most of them said, yes, we think it's different. And I go, in what way? And that's when the problems began, because they couldn't really articulate the difference. And if you can't articulate something, then you don't fully understand something, at least in my belief. Now, believe it or not, I get complaints from time to time at Division about units or something else like that. They float up, or they just get sent directly to me, which is fine. We just push it back down the chain because got to follow the chain. But invariably what they'll say is something that they're dissatisfied, not a violation of the RAM or anything, but something about the way the unit isn't being run, and then they'll say, this person's a poor leader, or this, whatever, this adult volunteer is a poor leader. And I'm thinking to myself, that's not a leadership issue. Dealing with it, correcting it may be a leadership issue, but what they're listing out really isn't a leadership issue, it's a management issue. And that's kind of what spurred tonight's broadcast on. So we're going to take a real quick look at leadership, because I cover that a lot. And we're going to take a little bit longer look at management, and hopefully you'll start to see where some of the variances are between the two. Now, my philosophy, which is basically the John Maxwell philosophy, that's who I study under, that's who mentors me. Management and leadership are two totally different skill sets. Leadership isn't management 200, or managers can get by without leadership. I don't believe that either. I believe both are needed, and I also believe that both are different skill sets, and most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, those skill sets are different strengths in different people. So let's take a look at leadership. I can give you a quick definition of leadership. It's John Maxwell's. It says leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. That's it. Now, you can have bad people. Hey, welcome. You can have bad people who have a lot of influence. Absolutely. I'm not qualifying any of those things. I just said leadership is influence. Are you influencing people, or are you not influencing people? That's my base definition of leadership. But in management, I think it's a little bit different. And I know I'm going to go over some Marine terms. If you don't understand some of those terms I go over tonight, I'll kind of explain them a little bit, but I can always do a live broadcast about what those are. So I listed out 6 principles of management. First one is forecasting. Now, I understand that in leadership, there's the law of navigation, and that's the leader of a unit, or the leader of a battalion, or the leader of a regiment should be able to set out vision and direction. That is definitely in the leadership realm. But let's say I set out, as the leader, I set out vision and direction. We're going to have a unit encampment. Well, that's great. That's the leadership is over, but management starts coming in. So you have to forecast out, how many porta potties do you need? How much toilet paper do you need? Toilet paper isn't, I'm not influencing a porta potty. I'm not influencing toilet paper, or what kind of foods do I need, or how many adult volunteers do I need, and what are their assignments for that encampment? Those are all management issues, and they're important, really important, especially if you don't have your porta potties delivered. So the first one is forecasting. Second one is planning. For those of you who might have been in the military or the Marine Corps, we have a 6-paragraph order. We got a 6-paragraph order and a 5-paragraph order. 6-paragraph order we call BAMSIS. And the first 5 letters, actually kind of four-ish letters, are all management functions. Begin plan, arrange reconnaissance, make reconnaissance, complete plan. That's a management function. I'm not influencing the planning. I'm not influencing that piece of paper or that Excel spreadsheet, right? I might influence a little bit. There might be a little bit of leadership when I go do a recce and check out the site, but it's a management thing. The reason why I'm bringing this up is I think units need both. So planning, forecasting, planning, organizing. Organizing, whenever you set the vision and direction as leadership, and we start looking at forecasting what we're going to need, and then we start planning how we're going to execute that, then we get into organizing, and that's your 5-paragraph order. It's called SMEAC. Situation, mission, execution, administration, logistics, command, and signals. 4 of those are all in organized. Situation, mission, situation, I guess we could argue that. Mission, execution, administration, logistics are definitely in the organizing realm. There's no influence there. Nobody needs to be influenced. That's all a management issue. And after organizing, commanding. Ooh, sure. Commanding probably has leadership involved in it when you're commanding a situation. But you know what? Command and signals, that last part of SMEAC, situation, mission, execution, administration, logistics, command and signals, there's a lot of management in there too. And it's usually not the leadership that gets you in trouble. It's the management portion. Command and signals. How many radios do we need? Do we need radios? What channel are they going to be on? All those things. What's the weather going to be like? Can we even do a hike if it's supposed to be pouring rain? That's some planning, sorry. But those command and signals are management functions. It really is. It's a management function. Coordinating. Is the leadership involved in coordinating? Yes, absolutely. But I'll tell you what, if you guys have ever run an event, I will take a manager over a leader in coordination any day of the week. Coordination takes a lot of work, checking a lot of boxes, staying very organized. Very rarely are you actually using leadership. Are you actually using influence on anybody, unless you're calling the porta potty guy to get the porta potties delivered. Whoops, wrong way. Controlling. It's the last letter of BAMSIS, right? Begin, plan, arrange reconnaissance, make reconnaissance, issue orders, supervise. Last letter, controlling. Supervision is really heavy in leadership, absolutely. But controlling requires you need to know, I use the example, this is the example I use, and you guys may laugh, but it really works well for me and my 2 brain cells. You got rubber balls and glass balls, right? Now, a rubber ball, you can drop a rubber ball and it bounces and it comes back up and I can grab it later on and handle it. Some issues aren't rubber balls. Some issues are glass balls. If you drop a glass ball, it's going to break. So I have to, when you're in the controlling portion of management, you have to know which balls can you let drop and which balls do you absolutely, or glass balls, you absolutely have to handle this. And a rubber ball today, let's say chow tomorrow would be a rubber ball today. A rubber ball today, tomorrow, that's a glass ball, right? Because, I mean, you look at any after action report, that the showers aren't adequate, that the food isn't adequate, that the sleeping quarters aren't adequate, you know you're going to get dinged on those, right? So you know you need to have chow. That's a glass ball on that day. So what's my point in all this? This is my point in all this. to run an effective unit, you need people with a management skill set, and you need people with a leadership skill set. And I'll tell you right now, and I don't know, I can't see if Jeannie Orozco's on. Jeannie will tell you, I may be a good leader. Management is not my long suit, right? So whenever I take over a position, whether it's division commander, I make sure that my assistant division commander has a long suit or in management skills. When I was unit commander, I made sure that, you know, my paymaster, and Jeannie is on. Hey, Jeannie. She's probably laughing at me right now because she knows. She knows. Management is not my long suit. I don't have a skill set in that area. So in a unit, you got to make sure that you have somebody with leadership skills to set vision and direction and can influence. And you need to make sure you got somebody that has management skills. Jeannie was an awesome manager. I mean, she can get stuff done and stuff happens. And what takes me a lot of energy and a lot of effort, because it's not a strength zone of mine, she does in a half a heartbeat. It's just the way it is. People have strengths in different areas. Mine happens to be in leadership, but not in management. But that does not make management any less or any more important than leadership. They're both needed in a unit. So what I really exhort you guys is, in your unit, the next time you have a staff meeting, find out. You'll know, because strength zones are usually like in your face. You'll know who has a good strength in leadership, and you'll know who has a good strength in management. And they don't necessarily have to be the UC and the XO. They can be. It's a team. It's just teamwork, right? And even within management, people have more strengths in controlling and organizing, and people have more strengths in planning. So that's what I'm saying, is find out who has strengths in those areas. And I think you can make your unit more effective. Now, there's probably a lot of units out there that are very effective. I'm not talking about you, all right? But there's probably some units that, you know, kind of stutter and stop and start, and you get out to an event, and events are like trying to shoot a moving target anyway. There's a lot of changes, a lot of things are going on, you know, and you go, man, this just wasn't that well organized, or communication wasn't that good. All those things are a reflection of a lack of employing somebody that has strengths in those management arena. So that's what I want to share tonight. Man, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. If there's any other topics, if you really want me to cover a little bit more in depth into SMEAC and BAMCIS and some of these other terms that Marines use to help organize their life, I'd be more than happy to. Until then, Kenny's out.